welcome back to week number 5 of the Character Design for Educators course. And in week number 5 we are going to edit together an interview based on real-life video footage and this lovely character. So I've already made a character animation inside of Character Animator, so let's have a look.
It's an honor for me, Matt, and please do call me Pete.
And this interview goes on for about a couple of minutes and with several takes, and of course I need to edit it together and get out the mistakes in between or the moments of silence. So I need to figure out a way to edit it with video in Premiere Pro. And the cool thing is that Character Animator has a dynamic link with Premiere Pro. So if I export out as a dynamic link, it will bring me to the website of Adobe telling me, well, you can just import a Character Animator file with ease, and then the dynamic link will make sure that every adjustment that you do in Character Animator, so every little bit of tweaking that you need to do, will be updated in Premiere Pro as well. So in order to get this guy to Premiere Pro, we need to fire up Premiere Pro. And when Premiere Pro starts, it will ask you to create a new project. So let's create a new project file and save it on the same location as the character lives. Let's try to keep things together. Let's go to the Character Animator course, and in here I can create my Premiere Pro project. Choose, and this is going to be my interview. And the reason that Premiere Pro asks you to fill out these two things, actually, the location and the name, is because it will auto-save along the way. So it's really a safe way of working, because you know that Premiere Pro will save your file every couple of minutes. So let's hit OK. And then this is your default interface of Premiere Pro, and we're working in the editing environment. So let's import the video files, and I've got a set of interviews made with my webcam. So let's import my videos at first. So I've got 12 questions that I want to ask to Pythagoras. Import those. And these video files are in full HD, so that's perfect video quality. And of course I will need to import Pete as well. So let's import again. And then import the latest puppet of Pete. And that's Pete number 3 in my case. And this is actually the Character Animator project. So let's import that. And that will ask me which scene I want to import. And in this case there's only one scene in there. So scene Pythagoras, import. Okay, and then this is my interview. With a double click it will open up in the source monitor and it will play your video. So let's go to frame number 1 in here and search for my first video, my first question, because I'm the one who's going to start the interview, and that's 01 underscore Matthijs. And again, with a double click I can open up the video in my source monitor and create the first endpoint. So let's do it just before I'm going to start my interview. Make an endpoint with this mark in button. Play. Well, good evening, Mr. Pythagoras. It's an honor for me to be able to talk to you. Is it okay if I call you Pete? Stop it and make a mark out point. And just simply drag the video onto your timeline to create a nice sequence. There we go. So this is the first bit. Of course, Pythagoras needs to reply, so I'm going to go into the scene of Pythagoras, go to the start again, and go and hit play.
It's an honor.
And just before he's going to start talking, make a mark in point.
It's an honor for me, Matt, and please do call me Pete.
Well, that's very nice of him. Make a mark out point and just drag Pythagoras over here. And we're going to repeat those steps quite some time. So let's do it again with video number 2. Make a mark in point. Make a mark out point again. And just drag it over here and it will snap together. Make sure you don't overwrite your video footage, because then you've deleted the video of Pythagoras. Just snap it to the right hand side, and you've got your second question. And now let's let him answer again. It remembers the first in and out point, so you know where you've last been. Just a few seconds before, make an in point again. Hit play.
Sure, I'll be glad to answer.
And make a nice out point again. And drag it over here. And then we will repeat those steps quite a few times to make the whole video complete. Well, now my edit is done over here in the timeline. Quite a few shots. And by the color you can see that this is me talking and this is Pete over here. As you can see, my framing is quite different over here than in the original. And that's because of the fact that my webcam delivers a video in another format than my character animator file. So when I want to fit my character animator file in the same sequence size, I can right click on the video clip and scale them to frame size. And that will make sure that Pete will fit in the framing. So I can do that for every single file. And it's always better to scale down than up. So I think it's better to use the same size as my webcam. And I can do it with multiple clips in a time. Right click and then scale to frame size. And that will make sure that every single clip fits the frame perfectly. So that will help you out if that's the case at your end as well. To make things more interesting, it would be nice to make some different camera moves in there as well. So maybe it would be fun to zoom in a bit when the speech of Pythagoras is a bit longer. So for instance here, halfway his sentence, I could easily cut the video in two with the razor tool. Just click on the clip and select the right hand side in this case. Let's hover over it to see the video. And then I can go into the effect controls and zoom in by scaling upwards to 150%. And then rearrange the position a bit with a double click on the video, on the animation actually, and then rearrange things a bit. And I think I can go a little bit further as well, 175, still selected. Get the pillar in there, and I think that will be nice to see those switches. I'll zoom out a bit more in the timeline. And then the last thing that I can do is add a title over here as well to introduce me, or have a title for the whole video. Is just go to the graphics panel and search for one of the templates. Maybe this one. Drag and drop it on top of the video. Select the type tool. Double click on first name, last name. And edit it the way you'd like. And then it's there with some animation in there. And there are many templates available for titles, even from Adobe Stock, which can be downloaded. And that allows me to get a nice introduction of my video. When the video is done, we need to export out the video as an MP4 file. So let's go to Export Media. H.264 is the format that we want to have in order to create an MP4 file. You could choose Vimeo or YouTube in order to get your video in your learning journal. So in this case, my video is 720 pixels HD. That's the format of my webcam footage. And the output name, export interview, and that will be perfect. So let's export out the video. And now the render is done, we can go into the Finder, and yes, there it is, and this is the interview. Well, good evening, Mr. Pythagoras. It's an honor for me to be able to talk to you. Is it okay if I call you Pete?
It's an honor for me, Matt. And please, do call me Pete.
Thanks a lot for your cooperation. Let's hope the connection doesn't fail on us. So this is what you need to do for wrapping up this course. And I wish you the best of luck finishing this course.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Click the link in the description below to explore more free online professional development on the Adobe Education Exchange. And click the link on screen to subscribe to the channel for more videos.